Hi, this is Christa at the Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast, episode 84. Thanks so much for inviting me over. If you are new to this channel, my name is Christa, and that is my Secret Yarnery. This channel is all about crochet and crochet related goodness. We do a live chat every Friday, members chat on Mondays, a tutorial usually on the weekend, and all sorts of fun things throughout the week. So if any of that is of interest to you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell beside that so you don't miss out on any more awesome content, which will be just like this. I hope it's awesome. We'll see. Usually these podcasts start out with finished objects and then whips and the rest of it. But guess what? I don't have a finished object that I haven't shown you. I do have some headbands, but I'm not there. That's like a thought in process. It's not even a whip. It's like it was an experiment. They are finished, but they're not done. I'm not happy with them yet, so that's not happening. Whip, I haven't crocheted a thing, nothing on my hook. I'm stuck on colors. I'm trying to pick colors for my Golden Gate granny blanket, and I haven't found what I want. I want it to represent the colors of the Golden Gate Bridge, but I also want it to be a baby blanket. And then I think I'm stuck in the middle. I can make it really cool, like an adult blanket, and it can be like the Golden Gate Bridge, or it can be a baby blanket. But both of them together, I'm not sure. Haven't fallen in love, so I have not started it, and it's not on my hook. I'm in between whips, which I'm totally fine with. I'm enjoying it, but I have nothing to show you. So what we're going to talk about today is measuring up. How do you measure? What is the measuring strat that you have for your crochet projects? I sorted out needles last year, I think. I found the right needles for me. They're amazing. They're back in stock, but that'll be kind of like a separate whole thing. Today, I want to talk about measuring tapes. Well, the good, the bad, and the ugly, basically. So what most of you might have is something that resembles these little retractable tape measures. The length is good. They go quite long. I think it's about 60 inches, so 5 feet, 1.5 meters. So that's pretty good for crochet. It's all right. But what I don't like about it, I crochet in my bed. So I'm laying in bed crocheting. Well, I'm sitting in bed crocheting, and I'll lay the blanket down on in front of me, and I want to measure my starting chain. I start my blankets with the width. So I lay my blanket out or my chain along my bed, and I can kind of tell I have a queen size. So if it goes from edge to edge is 5 feet, and a foot shorter is 4 feet, etc. So I do have a measuring tape up by my bed, but what I don't like about it is it can kind of like twist and flop and not be straight. Do you see how it can twist? And of course, not all the time. You can lay it out, and it's not the end of the world. I'm just being fussy. So don't get me wrong. These do totally work, but I was raised in a woodworking family. My dad is a professional woodworking person. So I was raised around measuring tapes all the time. And I know that this is not a twisting measuring tape is frowned upon. And not that it totally matters, but for me, I prefer a measuring tape, even a small one that you can just kind of measure. It doesn't twist. You can be like, okay, from here to here is that much. Do you know what I mean? It's nice and straight, and that's what I wanted. Now, the other side of that coin, where's all my little cases? I like these little Altoid tins for my belongings. So what I put in them is a pair of scissors, some stitch markers, a darning needle, and my little measuring tape. So that all fits inside, and I can pop those into all of my whip baskets. I love them so much. I bought a huge box of them. I bought 40 of the empty Altoid tins. I'll link these in the description box down below. And then all you need is a bunch of scissors, a bunch of stitch markers, a bunch of needles, and you have a whole bunch of nice little cases to go with all your whip projects. So you have all of your things all the time, including your handbag. It's a great thing to have. It has everything inside, for emergencies, right? So on to finding the perfect measuring tape, I saw on Amazon, actually some of my friends, my subscribers told me, they were like, they have small keychain measuring tapes, metal ones, and that would be great. So I ordered a bunch. I was like, you're right, that would be great. I ordered, I think 15 of them, these small little keychain jobbies. And I was so excited for them to come. They're on a little keychain and they're really cute, but they're bad quality. So listen to this. That is 31 inches. Did you hear it? And then I just think it's not going to last. It's like plasticky. You hear that? Not super impressed by it. I'm like, and they're really short. They say it's 1 meter, 3 feet. It is not. You can get it to 30 inches. 33, that's 34. It goes to 34 inches. It doesn't even go to 3 feet. I'm not impressed. I'm like, I waited for it. I was excited. I'm like, that'd be great. They do fit in the good old Altoid tin, or the, you know, the ones that you don't have to eat all the Altoids for. They do fit inside, but it's too tiny. I guess if you were doing like amigurumi or something, it'd be fine. But they're too tiny. And even the tape, although it doesn't bend, it's still pretty floppy. You know what I mean? But it doesn't actually bend, but it doesn't stay straight either. So I'm like, ugh. I was discouraged. I never used them. I did this one. I did apply 3 times. No, can't manage it. So I'm like, I look on Amazon. I'm like, I need it. Number one, it should be about 2 meters or about 6 feet, because you want to measure, like if you're making a blanket, like the size of your bed, you want to measure 6 feet up, maybe even 8 feet, but say 6 feet. And then how wide do you want it to be? You know what I mean? Like 6 feet, 8 feet. 8 feet would be perfect, because that would be as big as you would make it for a bed with drape. So look on Amazon, trying to find something that would be appropriate. And everything is like $10, $6. And I'm like, oh, you know, these little guys were like and bad value. I mean, it's a waste of money, but $15, I think, for 15 or something like that, or $20 for 15. I don't know. It worked out to be like $1 each or something. I'll correct myself on the screen. And then I'm like, is there not? I know we have Stanley distributors here. I'm in Kenya, if you don't know, so I live in Africa. So I'm like, there has to be something local. I know there's like there's lots of construction places. There's lots of woodworking places. I know there's Stanley products here. I'm like, I have to, like, I Google Stanley tape measure Nairobi. And sure enough, this awesome website pops up. I've used them before. I wanted a hand drill, not a hand drill. What was it? A jigsaw, like an electric saw. And they brought it to my house in like an hour and a half. I was like, what? For $5? I mean, the drill was not $5, but they delivered for $5 and it was there an hour and a half later. I'm like, what? Anyway, I checked their website and sure enough, they have Stanley tape measures. So they have the metal ones. The smallest they have is 3 meters or 10 feet, right? 10 feet's perfect, because that goes plenty. It's like bigger than you even need for any kind of crochet project that I would be doing. So, and their prices are great. So if you're in Nairobi, totally just order online. You can WhatsApp with them. They'll send you pictures. They'll send you the pay bill. You just do it all on your phone and they bring it to your house. So these, I think, were $4 for the 10 meter one. And they also had cheaper ones. These were even cheaper. This was $2.15 or 215 shillings if you are shopping in Kenya. And I'm like, well, what's smaller? I need the smallest. They're like, oh, they're all the same size. And they pretty much are. I've taken the clip off the back of this one. You know, that little clip thing? I removed it to try to get it to fit in my tin. It fits in my tin, but it doesn't shut nice. Well, it shuts okay, I guess. Actually, well, it shuts all right. See, kind of pops a bit. But I also want my scissors and the rest of it. So will this fit in my case? No, it won't. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to have my tins with my supplies and my tape measure separate. So for $2.15, you can buy like 5 for $10 or 5 for $11, and then just have them in your whip basket. Just throw it in. They are really solid, and that's what they're supposed to do. It's a tape measure. So it's, what is that? 1/2 inch thick? Yeah. So it's about 1/2 inch wide, I'm guessing, estimating. And you measure whatever you want. It's a Stanley tape measure for $2.15. So this is the way to go. Don't joke around with, the funny little ones. These are okay. I think you get they're about $1 each on Amazon also. You get like 10 for $10. But if you like them, they do fit in the tin, and you can put your scissors and a needle and your stitch markers, they fit. So fitting in your tin is important. Those still do work. These do not fit in your tin, but I love them. So my whole goal, however many whip baskets I have, I'm going to have that many tape measures plus a couple extra. My kids are running around using them as yo-yos. They're like, but Mom, it's a yo-yo. I'm like, it is not a yo-yo. But this is what happens in my house now. They're yo-yoing with my tape measures. They're everywhere. I'm like, they're my tape measures. Anyway, I bought 6 of these. I have 4 left. So I guess 2 of my kids don't have one right now. Anyway, they're great. And another thing that's good about them, most tape measures have they have that slide thing for holding out if you want the certain measurement, you can push that little locky thing down and then it holds it at that size. But these it's open at the bottom, and you can kind of just hold it with, like when you're measuring, you can just kind of like hold it with your thumb or your finger, whatever's comfortable for you, and get it to come in slower just from that little underneath part. So they are the cheapest Stanley tape measures that I've ever seen. At my grocery store, they're $3. So they're cheaper if you buy them straight from the Stanley guy. So that's my hot tip to you. Look around. I looked on Amazon. They're still about $10 on Amazon, $8 on Amazon. I'll put a link to it down below, but also check out what you have locally. Check out a 3-meter or 10-foot measuring tape from your hardware store or the distributor for that brand. Often they don't have minimum orders. You can maybe say like, oh, I want 10 or I want 12. It is worth it. So I bought 6 of these for about $13. I want to buy more, but I was like, let me just start out. And 6 comes in a cute little box. It's adorable. Like, I love them like a lot. And you can use them in other, so practical. Whereas the other ones are not as practical. Like, you wouldn't run around the house being like, hold on, let me measure that tile. Do you know what I mean? This, you'd be like, you can do anything with it. It's a measuring tape. So upgrade yourself to a good 3-meter or 10-foot tape measure. The cheapest ones are fine. You're not going to be driving over it with a car or like dropping it into a well. It's just for crochet. So what they call like the bottom entry kind, they're good. Trust me. So this is the way to go. This is what I found. There's other good brands out there. Is it Lufkin? Those make good tape measures. Now this is my dad talking. Lufkin makes good tape measures. And there's another one that starts with a K. I'll link them down below. You can kind of check which ones you like better. This country, I have Stanley. I trust Stanley. And sure enough, $2.15. What? There should be Christmas stockings, actually. You don't really need toiletries if you can throw in a little tape measure. Anyway, that is my hot tip of the day. And I will be sharing more of what I keep in those little kits in the next upcoming podcast or two. So I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks so much for inviting me over. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay hooked. Hi, this is Christa at the Secret Yarnery. Thanks. No. Hi, this is Christa at the Secret Yarnery. Well, no, what am I doing? 84? Hi, this is Christa at the Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast, episode 84. Yay. Check it out. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. No, it's yarn on your hook. Right? Gotcha, gotcha. Now I really have to take Churchy to the vet. Oh my gosh, I'm really late. The vet closes in 20 minutes. I gotta go. Stay hooked.